body overboard to regulate on policy level out of the posts, but each of the posts will have its own autonomy, its own manager, its own this, its own that, so they can run independently. And then what it will do, it will bring economic boom to those counties, and it will cause employment of the locals that are living in those counties to be employed in those counties. And those posts will have some contracts and things where local citizens or residents living in those counties will be contracted, and, giving contract, casual labor, and all that thing. But right now, as it is, everything comes from over. That bill, we pass that bill. The people can do all the propaganda. They like it, they can say what I normally think. Thankfully, we have Costa in the back. I will bring him on in a second. I see he's setting up. Aaron coming for us to get chat later. And I want to welcome my brother. I see his smile already. I bring you on stage, Aaron. You're already right here. There you are.
Good evening.
Pedro.
Yo.
Welcome. It's good seeing you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
It's good seeing you. I envy you. When I sat behind this computer to be doing all these things, touching video here, putting picture up, I envy you. I envy you. You got a good sense of how this thing. But welcome, Hamilton, to Costa. We are live on Bourgeois Radio, Bourgeois 98.1. We are live on Joy FM 101.5. We are live on Punch FM 106.7 in Montreal County, and there in Grand Bassa County, we are live on Radio Dubai 98.1 and Ablige Radio FM 94.3, as well as Ablige Online TV. Everyone, welcome. It's been a while.
Thank you, Senator. Yes, it's definitely been a long time, doing this, and it's good that you helped me break out of my my peace and quiet for a while. But it's wonderful to be here. Thank you very much for the opportunity. I want to say good evening to all of our people watching, and it's good that you resumed. I read the comments under the post you made, and they were like, "Don't stop again, you gotta continue."
Yeah.
And I was like, I wish they only knew how difficult it is to stay regular and consistent with this, considering everything the senator has to do. Yeah, but it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much.
So, can I claim breaking news that I put you on camera? I'm the first.
Oh yeah. Oh, I mean, most definitely. If that should suffice as breaking news, then yeah.
Breaking news.
Not many people could get me to do this.
I know. Well, I just want to do a job. So our people see you. You do okay. I mean, sometimes it's just good to go quiet for a while and then come back stronger. And I envy you, man. I envy you.
Yeah. And I do not envy you. I do not envy you with all of what you have to do. And to be honest with you, Senator, I have sometimes it's just good to remove yourself from the stage for a while and sit and watch and soberly reflect. Because when you are an object of news making, controversy, and all of that, sometimes you get carried away by that, and it's difficult for you and you lose your perspective. Standing back and watching has been very incredible. And folks, I just want to say this. This has been a very interesting moment, teaching moment for me. I have done a lot of introspection, reflection. I've also come to realize who my true friends and true allies are. Your friends are your friends regardless of whether the situation changes or whether you're on the same side or the same wavelength. Your friends are your friends. And I want to say that Senator DILLON, not because I'm here on this platform, has remained consistent as a friend, as a big brother. He is someone who will not shy from telling you exactly what he believes is right or wrong. And I respect that. And my admiration and respect for him have only increased over the period, and a few others in the government, in the Unity Party, that I can say. So I just want to use this public occasion to thank Senator DILLON. Thank you for your friendship. That I treasure it, and it means a lot to me. I wanted to get that out of the way. Yeah.
Thank you, Henry. Thank you. I'm humble about that. Look forward to seeing you coming back, man. I mean,
yeah,
that thing you're passionate about, don't let it go. That's one moment in life. There's one moment in life it happens, and then you don't let it define you.
True.
I watched this movie. I watched this movie called "Why Did I Get Married?" There's one particular portion of that movie that sometimes drives my life. Janet Jackson and her two friends, they were trying to fix up marriage issue here. But you remember, if you watch that movie, Janet Jackson went to see her friends who were having issues in their marriages, and she said, and they said it was, so she gave them two plain paper. She told them, said, "You're going home. All the bad things your husband did not do, you're ready on one side of the paper. All the good things that he did not do, you're ready on the other side. If they not do plain the bad thing, and you can decide. But if the good thing they not do and more than the bad thing, you better go talk to your husband and so you can be together." So people, the tendency of life is that we will not be perfect. We're all not perfect. People growing, myself who have had my own low moments, some bad decisions, or some old judgments, some influence, because you believe in certain people and all that stuff. But it doesn't mean the end of one's life. You're a young man. I love the fact that you've been reflecting, and brush it off, Henry. Let's move. Brush it off.
Sure, and really, in life you have to have, people have faces. I've seen a lot of people ask me, when are you returning to the airwaves? I really think that, I want to say this, maybe this is going to be a big announcement here. I'm not going to be returning to the airwaves. And it's a decision I've made, not out of pressure. It's a decision that came out of a long period of reflection and introspection. And I think that that phase of my life is over. And I'm transitioning to a new phase of my life. One where I can enjoy peace and quiet, but in the private sector, business and other worthy initiatives. I'm not leaving the scene completely. I'm simply redirecting my energy and my focus to something that can make a tangible, I'm not saying we didn't make any impact in that area, but in another way, I will still contribute. And I like one of the things I'm used to doing is that when I used to do the show, is I like to read the interactions or the comments from the folks watching. And I see a lot of people talking, but Costa, you really draw. And I'm glad because it put in a lot of work for me to look like this. So I'm glad I'm getting this feedback from the public. That means I really look different because I was too heavy. And I worked on it. And if only you all know the kind of regimen that I'm on to look like this, I'm really glad. Yeah. I went from 265 pounds, which was too heavy. Yes, I'm a tall guy, 6'3". Now I'm at 237 pounds. And I work out. I have an eating window and a no eating window. And Didi, it's tough. And I envy Senator Dillon. I don't know what kind of genes he got. You know, the man just looks fit all the time.
My brother, I tell it though, I enjoy your covering. I tell it there, try tell it there, my brother. You know, one thing on the beer, they're great beer. I can go to children party.
Exactly.
Bob to the 5 years, but broken country.
You know, so it's a blessing set it up. You know, because some of us, you know, we just So I'm really glad about that. But you know, we're in a new phase. We're in a new dispensation. Right. We have a new government in power. It's just been in power for 6 months. And there are lots of people who will be asking me, oh, what do you say? What your view? 6 months. It's just 6 months. 6 months, oh, baby. Some people say, oh, you didn't be supposed to start working now. 6 months. You know, or you didn't want. So I just tell people, you know, it's too early, or I'm not active in that field anymore right now. I'm just hopeful and prayerful that the government will do good, will do right by the Liberian people. I just want to say this, regardless of what happened during the election time, I'm not bitter. I just want people to know this. I don't sit and wish that President Boakai and all the folks in the government, many of whom are friends of mine, are going to fail. I don't. No, I'm sorry. And some people would be shocked. They will ask me that, Senator Dillon, but well, no, I don't. In fact, I want them to succeed. Because, for example, I started my little businesses here. You think I want that place to now operate well? I want it to do well. Because when they do well, all of us will do well. I just wanted to get out there. But I will turn back over to you, Senator.
That's great, Aaron. That's very, very great. I want to thank you. Just wanted you to pop on and to say hi to your people. And you know, your being here today is a big deal for me and our followers. Uh, we got more than 4,000 following. If you put all of the networks that we're following on, and then consider all of the radio stations, there's hundreds of thousands of people following on the radio. We have more than 4,000 on the various online platforms, and people hearing you. We want to thank you. Um, is there anything more you want to say, or you just want to go through, and then I will open the lines if you will stick around?
I can take a few questions, or I would stay clear of certain things. I wouldn't want to talk about the elections, but you know, like going forward, what things are now. I don't mind speaking of those things, but nothing controversial. Yeah, so I can stay on for a few more minutes. Yeah.
Right, and you know, and I normally tell people, look, those people who fly frequently or fly even one time are plane. When the plane picks up, there's uncomfortable movement until it reaches the point which the pilot can say, okay, we are not at the altitude at which we should be. And you can now loosen your seatbelt, you can move around in the plane. That movement can be uncomfortable, it can be discomforting. It's almost like when a new government is taking over, you know, that anxious movement, that anxiety movement, that movement where everybody want to be accommodated, everybody, and some people sitting waiting to say, then we'll tell you, say, all that thing, all of those things. And I want to believe that you are a very fair person. Oh, I mean, 6 months is not sufficient time. Some people say, you're not talking like before, blah, blah, blah. No. So, It is my own government. I know what we went through. I know that uh, you can make something and at the very early start, it has not even settled you, and you want to prove that you're so different, you start yelling all over the place. That's a maturity. So I just wanted to thank you for being positive.
And I want to come in there, Senator. I want to come in there. That particular point you made. Again, anything I can say to you in private, I can say to you here.
Right.
As far as my own assessment of your conduct, your position, I think you find yourself in a privileged position in this government. You're in a position to influence change, and I believe you're using that your proximity, your influence with the president to do that. I've seen you on a number of occasions where you have been constructively critical, where you have called out public officials to declare assets. You raise certain critical issues, but you do it in a measured way.
Some in positions in violation of the code, they should resign their
Exactly.
position. Right, those stuff, yeah.
Exactly. So I want to offer you, as I've offered you in private, I want to re-echo that. Continue to be the measured, strategic voice of reasoning, constructive criticism where necessary. I've seen nominees of the president go to the legislature for confirmation hearings. I've seen how you conduct yourself, very objective. You ask the hard questions. Don't let anybody push you to become antagonistic. When you have a privilege such as the one you enjoy, it's a duty and a responsibility, as I've said to you in private. You can't want to be a rebel in your own government.
Right.
If you want to be critical, you have access to the president. You can see him anytime. You can raise those issues. The times you've raised those issues on the Senate floor, you can continue to do that. But I know you. Don't let anybody push you overboard to please them. Oh, Dillon, you're not the same person. As far as I'm concerned, you are still the light. And I want to say that. I've said it publicly. Most people I know agree with me. And I'm saying it here again. So remain the light, the voice of reason, the voice of influence, but do not lose your influence. When you be mad, I can listen to you. When you speak when you have to speak. But don't forget, you do not want to lose that confidence of them listening to you. That is my advice to you. Okay, move on.
Thank you. Thank you, Aaron. So, our old man said he not called 1 million times, and we're not ready to open the line. But you see, 2 songs here, that was here, and Henry Costa is on. He thought to that, I know you will. Yeah, he thought to that you were feeling. So, Pastor, will call you. I just wanted us to chat a little. I think we said enough, Aaron. If you want to stick around, I want to open the line and allow people to chime in. So you can call on 07775105888. Call on 07775105888. You can also call the numbers are showing on the screen if you are online. You can also call us on WhatsApp on +231 777 +231 777 So we got the first caller on the line. Hello, your name and where are you calling from? Yes, sir.
My dad, I'm calling John Talk to honor.
Charles, go ahead. Go ahead. What's your name? No, but talk on the phone. Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah.
I engaged you 1 year ago. You said I was old. You was you told me to come after the meeting. You gave me $100 to go for the fund. After I told you to wait for you after we were going to talk. Then sometimes, without a work for you, then so you all about the
Hold on here.
for my mom. Boy,
Sorry, one of the video didn't work out.
So the leg gone up there. So the way you get our business money, you the leg gone up there.
No, I'm not just
Oh, you get it? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's just bring it to the office. Let's just bring it to the office with the more and yeah. Okay. Yeah, good love me gonna.
Just like that.
Yeah. Hello, your name and where you calling from?
Senator.
Good evening.
Yeah, this is Emmanuel calling from the Single Bell.
1 minute, you're getting the calls? Are we getting the calls?
Hello?
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you so much, Senator. I've been following the show. Thank you for coming back on the air, and thank you for letting the Liberian people about the situation in the country. But Senator, I want to comment on the recent statement from the former president.
Yeah,
Yeah. So we the Liberian people want to let him know that now we are yearning for accountability and transparency. So the current president is coming in now to fight corruption. So he coming out to want to challenge the law, want to challenge what's going on, but we want to tell him that the government that we supported, the government is not afraid. We will go after. The only thing the president said that he should the justice minister should use the law and go after them. So we are hoping that the law will take its course. Those people that stole our money the past 6 years, they will be brought to the law and we'll take our money back from them. So thank you so much, Senator, for that.
Thank you. Okay. So let's take this one on the WhatsApp line. Hello, your name and where you calling from? Hello there on the WhatsApp line. Your name and where you calling from? Jamo.
Good evening, Senator DILLON. This is Jerry S. Ferguson. I'm calling from Northern Ontario.
Jerry, go ahead.
So, I got a few issues that I want to discuss with my brother. Welcome back, Brother Costa. Happy to see you. And the first thing I want to know is that if my brother, Henry Costa, has any regret of the post-election activity. The second one is, is he willing to serve as witness in any investigator concerning the missing boy, the auditor, and other killing that he discussed on his show? Because for me, I personally was waking up every 5 o'clock to follow him in Ontario. And to you, Senator, I want to know what would become of those officials that are put in declaring the answer and the deadline has passed. And lastly, I invite the police director to know what's going on with the police shooting civilians. Thank you, and God bless you in your endeavor.
Jerry Ferguson, you met our 5 questions in 1 minute. Let me take this other call. The line so jammed until the phone freezing. Wow.
Good evening.
Good evening, your name and where you calling from?
I'm Alfred Bach. I'm following on the social media and also on radio.
Okay, which are the stations you following?
I'm following Punch FM.
Punch FM. Okay, good. Go ahead.
Yeah, actually, we've been missing him for me. I really want for him to reconsider that his decision, at least to come back. He can just, leave us just like that. And also to you, the Senate. Yeah. During the campaign, he came, but
since me again now.
Okay, we invite you to come. So
You're not a member of government teacher yet. You're inviting me again. You're inviting me again. So when you invite me, they're going to come here. Let me take this other call. Tell me your name and where you calling from.
I'm Eugene Utah from Buchanan.
How you following us on the radio or on the social media?
I started following you from Radio Duba. Later on, I joined the social media stuff in Facebook.
Okay, go ahead, Eugene.
Yeah, I just want to say bravo and extend appreciation to you and your family. And with all the work you're doing, at that data of gossip, you're going to hear all around in Grand Bassa that a group about to war you. And they're thinking how to point the war because since the constitution of this country, people begin to read different policy. People begin to respect the rule of law because the issue, you engage the issue based on policy. So for that, the group is running. Maybe don't be surprised you receive a letter, a word for that. I get to saying this. Thank you again, Senator Dillon.
Your name and where you calling from? Hello, your name and where you calling from?
yeah, good evening, Senator. This is Mohammed S. calling, and I call from Johnsonville.
Mohammed, how you doing, my man?
I'm doing great. I'm recovering greatly.
Yeah, I like you for sure.
Thank you. Boss Costa, how you doing? Are we doing great?
Costa, Mohammed, is speaking to you.
No, man, Mohammed, it's good to hear from you, man. Good to hear from you.
My major concern, thank you for the show. My major concern is the prosecution. Often when people go to court and they fire him bomb, the case can go cold. We are appealing to you people that have proximity with the president, that the justice is course, no interference, let those indictees, alleged criminals face the full weight of the law. Let's set precedent and end the culture of impunity. We tired. We are craving for change. We voted for this government based on accountability and transparency. Some of us will sacrifice. So those indicted, let it feel the full weight of the law. If they are guilty, let it go to jail. Let it serve the jail sentence. Let it restitute the money they stole from Liberian people. Thank you. God bless and God bless you.
Thank you, and God restore your health.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Hello, your name and where you calling from?
Oh, Senator.
Hello.
This is Eric J, and I call you from Banjo District 17.
Eric J.
Yes, sir.
Listen to radio or social media?
My radio, sir.
Which station?
I was just talking in and I got it. I really.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Thank you, Senator, for coming back on the show and for listening to the Liberian people. You know, this is important because with this, you know how the people are taking what the people want.
Right.
Senator, I want to speak to the justice system. Senator, our justice system is very, very bad. Is very, very bad. And that's one of the things our orator spoke about a lot of things, but she did not touch the justice. The justice is bad, Senator. Even you go there, Liberians are the ones that they even preaching justice against in favor of foreigners who got money. Senator, when you go down there, they will not tell you the truth that I can't handle your case. The only thing they will tell you, oh, I will do it. They will be requesting for money. At the end of the day, you be calling them over and over, running after them. Nothing you can get out of it. You yourself will get frustrated and you leave them.
And when they be requesting for the money, you just be giving them.
Senator, you got an issue and you want for it to be settled. Even you can go to the last extent to even credit. I'm a victim of this. I don't have it, but I have to go and credit and run after them. I think, Senator, you know my issue. I went to you for it, and you told me to do the communication. I went there on Thursday. I didn't meet you, but Tuesday I was looking at whether Tuesday you will be there.
I will be in office tomorrow, but if you schedule the communication, you will not want to wait for me to deliver in my hand. You got to deliver to the office, and then they put it through the record system in my office, and then they'll get it on my desk. But if you're waiting to deliver in my hand, I'm out.
Okay, sir. So, Senator, I beg you, I want you to look at our justice system. We are afraid that this case we will lose it because of bad justice system. And Senator, please let the police be robust. Don't.
So people will be having jury trial. The Liberian, ordinary Liberians, will be saying in the jury box. The government official.
Exactly.
No Liberian too, they need to be added because poverty is bad. Some of the people going down there, some of them are not handle $1,000 USD. So when somebody come and influence them with $1,000, they might not look at the interest of the state. They look at the little opportunity that is before them. So they need to be guided. We got to know what kind of.
The president and the government start prosecuting people. When you start prosecuting the people, the small people say, you're not easy now, we're going to change. Nobody will punish anybody in the country. So the people doing bad, put plenty of money in
was good.
Can't get a small thing that good thing.
Yeah. Senator, the schools, y'all come down on the schools. The schools, they're collecting high fees with any good justification. They pay teachers little, they collect high fees. They even taking taxes from teachers. We don't know as to whether the taxes collected is going in government's cover. How can somebody be making $100 from a school and then the person is paying $10.40 some more as tax? I don't think that is government's order when it comes to taxes collection. All of these are stealing. The churches, all the areas.
You know what? Almost went down to taxes. Go rebuild it or to renovate it. It can be easy. So everything will not happen almost at the same time. We'll take it from
that, Senator.
And then we'll rebuild this country.
Yeah. So let's have good people in our justice, and let the justice be monitored. Senator. Thank you so very much.
Thank you. So we'll pause for the call for now.
Senator, let me again, let me thank you for the opportunity. I would like to leave you at this point, but I just want to say one or two things before I leave. I want to say to people that, as I've always said, for those of you who have followed me, I have no interest in a government job. I don't know how many times I will say this. I see some of you saying, let the president forgive Henry and give him something in the government. I don't want it. If the president were to be magnanimous enough to say, okay, let me offer Henry a job, I would most respectfully and politely decline it. Thank him and decline it because I don't want it. So let me just clarify that why I'm here, that I have no interest in a government position. And it doesn't mean there's anything wrong with serving the government. Absolutely. There are people who are doing very well. My good friend, Senator DILLON, and some other people are doing very well there, but it's not for me, especially in the executive branch of government. I've said that over and over. I can't work there. So I just wanted to stress that. And also, I just wanted to also restate why I'm not coming back on the radio, because it's time to move on, to do something else. 12 years of advocacy, that was the most difficult period of my life. The risk we took, getting arrested, having your businesses shut down, crossing, a dark river at night in a canoe into Sierra Leone, trying to escape extradition over a ridiculous allegation by the government, the witch hunt, the persecution, it was just too much. And I'm now focused on myself. I say to people in private, and I want to say this here, for the first time, I want to be selfish. I want to focus on my family, focus on myself, and really apply myself, my energy to other things that I can still make an impact, but from a different place. So that's why I'm not coming back. I don't have anything against, people who are still talking and criticizing or pointing out issues as they find it necessary. But it's not just for me anymore. I did that for 12 years, man. You know, so let me go rest and do something else and contribute. You know, sometimes I have issues. I have concerns about certain things. You know who I call? I call my friends in the government. The first person I call is Senator DILLON. I'll call him. I'll compare notes with him. You know, and oftentimes he has an answer for me. You know, I'm concerned about certain things. I raise it with him. He'll say, okay, so. You know, so that to me is a way I can remain engaged, but let me do something else for once in my life. I don't have to run from the government. I don't have to be chased across the border. I don't have to have a business shut down. I don't have to have all kinds of bogus lawsuits against me. And so, in closing, I just want to say this. President Boakai and I, for those of you who do not know, we're not at loggerheads, you know. President Boakai and I, when the president was declared winner, I reached out to him. I congratulated him. I've been in touch with him, and he has been gracious. You know, he has been gracious. As far as I'm concerned, I've been in touch with several of his people as well, and so there's absolutely no bad blood between me and the president. At the appointed time, when he's ready, he and I will sit down and talk. You know, but that is not important right now. But I've been in touch with the president, just so you all know. So he hasn't blocked my number. I've been in touch with him. And that is the most I can say for now. Senator DILLON knows more. That's the most I can say for now. So I wish the president all the best. And I think President Boakai is he means well. The way I see you know, him performing as president, it doesn't surprise me. I think that's the person that I supported for the presidency. Regardless of how we fell apart in the end, that for me is water under the bridge. But I think he means well, and I wish him the best. You know, as he serves all of us, the Liberian people, and I only want him to succeed, because his success is all of our success. And I am not opposition to the government. I am not. I'm not opposition at all. I'm a private Liberian businessman, Liberian citizen. I want to clarify that. I, Henry Pedro Costa, I'm not opposition. What Prophet King can say? Free position. So I want the government to succeed well, because when this place does well, what I'm trying to do here, I will do well as well. You know, so I have nothing against anybody in the government. Yeah. Thank you very much, Senator. Thank you.
Yeah, just before you go, let me leave this for you. Anything God has in store for you that He has already destined that you will be, and you running from, He will treat you like Jonah.
Yeah.
You know what God did to Jonah?
God said, go to Nineveh. You were running away different places.
Yeah.
They will follow him.
They will follow him. And you know what show they will starting on? They showed on Netflix. They play like
but that was God where you to go.
Yeah. So
I went for my will.
Yeah, let's be prayerful and let God guide our future. You know, some people when they say, oh, 2029, I say, no. If people want to go 2029, they don't want to worry about 2029. Right now, I'm worried and concerned about doing the work that I have to do every day. 2029 will worry and play by itself.
That's true.
Well, thank you.
That's true.
Thank you so much, Henry. Thank you so much. It was good having you. Yeah. Let's talk with me. Yeah.
No problem. No problem. All right, Senator. Thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you. You're welcome.